shit too, like Barely Legal or Screw Magazine. We had a lot of that shit.
Screw Magazine? What was that one?
Peep Show. Larry Flint was like Hustler, but Al Goldstein, he's the one who did Screw. He did Peep Show and he did Screw Magazine. For the less classic.
Your mic.
Oh, is this on? Tight. Why did I get the most fuzziest one? I'll go fucking numb over here with fucking Elmo.
You don't want the porno mic? You
don't.
Went straight to talking
sucking
about
a Muppet's dick over here. Oh.
Do gay ASMR into our mic.
I don't mind this shit though. So you guys, this is like, are you starting now? Or do you how do you?
We have no method.
Okay. Well, you guys should probably get a little jingle. That
You've already peaked the mic. So perfect.
Okay, I'll keep it far away like this. How's
no,
this?
no. Keep it next
Here?
to me. I'm fucking with you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like if you're gonna yell, like here, and then if you're just talking normal.
I'm gonna try my best not to fucking yell, but we all know how that's.
Yeah.
So is this store you started your deal, or you were just working there?
My buddy Cody's the one. Okay, so my friend Cody, who he's a tattoo artist and a graffiti writer.
Eat the mic, dude.
My friend Cody, who's a graffiti writer and tattoo artist, he has a huge personal collection of fetish properties, like fucking toys and records and comic books, and he got into the habit of buying up kids' collections here in the last like 5 years of being a tattoo artist. It's like fucking stripper money, but
Don't know what
times
to do with
10.
it.
Yeah. And he just accumulated this fucking huge die-cast collection, and then he started selling them online. Then he started making about as much money as he was making as a tattoo artist, selling these fucking Hot Wheels and Matchboxes. And then he had a garage full of fucking comics. We're talking 40,000 books.
Yeah, I figure all these people who start these stores just have an embarrassingly big collection of shit. And
Yeah,
then
you get to a point. See,
some
I work
girl
at Vision
comes over and goes, "What are you gonna do with this?"
Yeah, that's always the girl too. It's always like that baby's mom or the bitch who's moving in. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do, but it's gonna be something that doesn't involve me seeing it.
I have to put my Precious Moments dolls in this room. I can't have your.
Fuck.
Well,
what
are you
can't
gonna
have
do
your
with
X-Men
it though?
dolls.
I mean, you have a collection of like toys and shit. Like,
all right. I've had lots of collections of lots of shit, but because of the way I've led my life and my lack of conscientiousness, I've had to sell a lot of shit. I've always maintained a little bit of comic books and a few toys here and there, but as it is, he's the one I just know a lot more about, like, selling comic books and appraising them. I've been working at Vision Comics for comic books, like 4-store credit for like the last year now. And so I got into like how to file and merge new books, processing books that you do and then you got pricing them, and then besides that, you have vendors who will come in to sell their clothing or other shit.
I cannot read comics. He's got the same problem.
That's a load of horse shit. You can read comics you don't want to. You just got to find the ones you want to read. Promethea is really good. I'll give you something you'll like.
So you gave him Promethea?
No, but from Promethea, he discovered a writer, Alan Moore, who I fucking gave him a shit.
Yeah,
with.
Alan Moore's
in
great.
his room right now.
But we have the same problem. We look
You
at
gotta
the
read
thing.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That's some of the best. If you want to see, if you want to see Mr. Hyde butt fuck the Invisible Man, read the League of Extraordinary.
I don't want to see that,
dude. Who
I feel like
doesn't
that
want
is
to?
always one Google search away.
You're
anyway.
one of those kids. You're gonna play fucking D&D and be a paladin, pussy. Okay.
What does
You're
that
the guy.
mean?
You're the guy nobody wants to fucking play D&D
You
with.
got
to be a hero the whole time.
You got a weird hierarchy of nerddom. You think that somehow you're above the D&D guy.
I'm not above the D. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna play D&D with me, don't fucking bring your girlfriend and be a fucking paladin the whole time, pussy. We're gonna
Okay.
burn that village down. We can't. D&D is so that you can pretend to be something you're not. You know what? I'm not a rapist, so I think I'm gonna be a rapist in D&D. It's my only chance
It's
to
not
be an
your only
overlord.
chance.
So yes, we're gonna do the Ravenloft expansion. Yeah, we're gonna burn it. And if you keep fucking with us with your stupid girlfriend and your paladin bullshit, we're gonna create Munchkin characters and we're gonna kill your ass.
I do agree with you. The people who play lawful evil, or excuse me, lawful good
Lawful
characters,
good, yeah.
where it's just like,
At
what
least
are you
be
doing?
chaotic.
Yeah, at least be chaotic good.
I like to be chaotic neutral myself.
Lawful evil is a good one. That's
People
like
that-
Illuminati shit.
People that play lawful good are like those are the people that are actual rapists in real life, and they want to cosplay as a decent person.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
now's my chance to actually be
What would it be
upstanding
like
citizen.
to not exploit everybody?
Well, honey, we've been butt fucking our son every night. Maybe we should be decent people for once through this fantasy game. Tom Hanks, Monsters and Mazes. Remember that fucking movie based on that shit?
How
You
ironic.
get fucking crazy playing Monsters and Mazes and lose your mind.
Yeah, the maze ends in Greece.
Yeah, in a cave in Greece.
It's
Where
okay.
they're fighting goblins.
Oh, come to Greece.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not a Greek accent, man.
What
But
they
the
should
funny
have
thing
done.
is, nobody knows what a
Many
Greek accent
things in
is.
Greece.
So you
Yes,
can-
this Greece is fine. It's any kind of Mediterranean accent you can do for Greece. Yes.
Making a pizza
Pasta
there,
Napolis.
back in the cave. We
Oh,
got
see,
lots of pizzas
okay,
in the
when
cave.
you go a little to the other direction, you get a little more Italian. Then it's like this. Hey, I'm gonna take the marinara, put it in my veins. You want the anal sex? Yes. Olive oil.
Well, that's why
Olive oil.
it's not an accident that pizza's a code word for fucking children.
I know. And they pick pizza for little girls. Little boys is chicken parmesan, which is one of the bits I got ostracized for out here
Thank
in
you for
fucking
clarifying
liberal
this because we
Colorado
had a
too.
debate about this.
So I did this. I was doing this whole fucking Pizzagate bit, and I pulled out a picture of my son, and I was like, "Look at this little piece of chicken parmesan." And this chick lost her shit. She was like, "How could you say that about your kid?" He's like, "He's my son. I'm not gonna fuck him." You know,
Oh,
like
no, but she's mad that you misgendered him because he's pizza.
God damn it!
She's like, no, he's chicken
Don't
parm.
assign him. Don't assign him chicken parmesan. He doesn't know who he is yet.
Ask him what his food pronouns are.
Oh, bro, it's so unsafe, Bromwell. This shit is fucking terrifying. You can't tell jokes for shit except for in the backyard. I did one of them backyard shows you guys were doing. That shit was fucking tight.
Yeah, that's the
Pirate
future,
as fuck.
probably. If this shit
Well,
continues, it's going to be
I
all
fucking
backyard.
hope so, dude. Fuck those half-ass venues where all these dickhead kids run the shows. They circle joke each other. Nobody has any fun. There's barely any people who are there for the show unless they're comics.
Wait, is circle joke a term?
Circle joke.
That's
No,
great,
homie, I coined it long ago.
buddy.
y'all.
I love that. That's fantastic. I can't
It
believe
always was, buddy.
15 years
I
of
got into this
angst.
shit. Okay, Chuck Roy plugged me into comedy years in 2003, and I started doing
Okay,
shit.
more than 15.
I started doing. I started. The first place I ever did was Cosmos, which is where I found out about Squire Lounge.
Cosmos in
Yeah.
Boulder?
No, man, the original Cosmos in Denver, homie, the fucking shit little pizza place. That's
That was
way
in Denver
the
way
day,
back
out
then?
there,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
homie. Cosmos.
Okay.
Boy. Ask around. And that's how I found out about where you can get a gig as a drag queen waitress, comedians get jobs, get drag queen waitress, make a little extra cash, and being a comedy. That's how Greg Baumhauer was doing it. But then, remember,
Oh, he was? Oh, that's good
Oh, there's
information.
some shit. Greg Baumhauer's done some shit. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't want to say it, but he's done some shit.
Yeah, whatever. We can check
That
the
involves
women.
cocaine and 47-year-old gay men.
Oh,
You know what
well.
I'm saying? Parties.
Well, I mean, you
A
basically.
real party. In the back of the Squire Lounge. You know what I'm saying? Party time. Yeah. But yeah,
Well, that's
I started with Chuck Roy.
That's not the stuff you can out people for right now.
And
I need something more actionable. If he's if he's said something untoward to a woman on Twitter, if he said anything about Chinese people.
Did he hit on a woman? That's the kind of
Yeah,
shit.
did he hit on a girl at one point in his
that's
career?
fucking- yeah.
That's something we could take him down for.
he was usually dressed as a woman, so I wouldn't really.
That's fine. That's perfectly. He'll probably get an Emmy, dude. Get a daytime Emmy for that shit.
But there was a time in Denver when it was like a renaissance for comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was more for the art form and not the business.
Did you paint that?
Yeah, and then I painted over it and then kept I've been re-fucking with it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Why, you want it?
I like it.
I'll finish up. You could have it.
You gave me something a long time ago that I had to ditch when I moved because it was big, but I liked it a lot when I had it.
Too bad if you had a photo of it, dude. I've been trying to
What was it of?
acquire.
It was abstract. It was probably Satanist shit. I don't really
It
remember.
was probably.
I know what I tend to buy. Did you paint that on meth? I got $40 cash.
I have $40.
Dude, that was a cool thing about you, Bromwell. Dude, I would see Bromwell, and you could tell his ass was fucking having a rugged night too the night before too. Motherfucker taking drugs. It's good to know other people take drugs. You know what I'm saying? Besides you, especially LSD, because motherfuckers are really. I mean, people trip on me for the meth, but I mean, shit, homie, I was taking so many drugs besides the meth.
Well, the meth's the one that pissed everybody off. It was interesting to watch you when you were tripping. When you would go up there firing on whatever stimulants you're taking. That shit was. I enjoyed that, but I'm sure everybody was intimidated by that.
Dude, there was one guy who okay, so here's a testament to fucking Bromwell and all these stuff. So I got stuck in this situation with Chrissy Buckley, right, where.
I think I was. Was this at Three Kings?
Yes. Okay. So the way it goes, I called her a cripple after making her feel threatened on stage.
Right.
So this is what happened. She said as I got off the stage, she got back, she was like, I was afraid to lie to him or get the microphone because I thought he would hit me. And I was like, so besides a woman beater, I beat up cripples too? And that got turned into me just calling her a cripple, and it became, and Brumwell was like, wait a minute. When he heard the whole story, he was like, okay, wait a minute. That's funny, and that's not exactly what, because everyone was saying it like as if I was just like being some like horrifying bigoted asshole who was trying to pick on her.
Dude, this is how it happens. But now you got to realize something. Now you're the only one telling this story. Like nobody even knows this story,
Well, Chris,
and you're still telling it.
Bukes should remember, because I'm like, I set her straight. I was like,
Dude, if you brought it up with her, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, what did you do? Did you like touch my butt or something?" She wouldn't even remember.
She wishes. Fuck, I would have if she would.
I mean, maybe she would. Maybe if she was really hurt by it, she would remember. But this I feel unsafe shit is just.
Stephen AJ for a while, and I did this bit. I used to have this bit where I'm like, it's not that they're black; it's that I don't trust them. And then I'd say Jelly Bellies, because I'm not sure what flavor it is. If it's gonna be the coffee or that other weird one, But they didn't wait for me to. So they were like, "Oh, that's fucked up." I was like, "Well, you didn't even let me finish." And then it got into this argument in which I ended up.
Well, the reason
forcefully
Steven
saying
didn't
more
like that
racist
is
shit.
he's not black, so you can't tell that. So the joke is, I think black people are like Jelly Bellies because you don't know what flavor they are
No, I
till
said
they're
it's
in your
not that
mouth.
they're
What is the
black,
joke?
It's that I don't trust them. And then when they're like, "Do you mean black people?" No, candy, the Jelly Bellies, not black people. What are you guys thinking about? You know what I mean?
Oh, the joke is you're actually talking about black jelly beans?
Yes,
Yeah.
Jelly Bellies.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's
they didn't even let me get to that part before they were like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, way to go. All right, so now I'm just going to be more racist on
could
purpose." Like, people give me this argument. They're like, "Are you a racist person?" I'm like, that fucking depends. Depends on what day and what time it is. How shitty of a person are you? Like, how much do I really want to hurt your fucking feelings, and what race are you? That's going to determine how racist I'm going to behave. How shitty of a person are you?
I think so. Everyone's trying to prove how progressive they are by experimenting with sexuality A and gender B, but you should really experiment with how racist you can be.
Yeah.
If you want to see how progressive you can be, how racist am I really? If I take PCP and just let my mouth go, if I just go out in a place I've never been into an alleyway I've never been before, I'm on drugs I've never been on before, what am I going to say? That's how you know how progressive you are.
Racism is a spectrum.
Really playing the slots with your fucking, your psyche. Is that a bar? Triple bar? Oh, fuck.
Oh, two
Back to
cash signs
treatment.
and a racist.
Yep, back to treatment. Damn.
Back to treatment. Yeah, that's the slot machine says, you're going away for a while.
You remember that episode of Twilight Zone with the slot machine? Oh, it was all talking to his ass, and he like hated to gamble. He told his wife he didn't want to go there. Then he got sucked into the gambling disease.
There were a lot of
saying
episodes
his
about
name.
gambling
Dude,
addicts.
so you've done a lot of acid. I want to ask you this because when we had his buddy on who was like a meth kingpin for a minute.
Yeah, that's
Sean?
that's where.
Oh, you know
Too.
him.
He's the one that introduced me to
introduced
Sean. Yeah.
Okay.
He was my neighbor when I lived over there.
So you might even know about his acid trips, but he told us on his acid trips that he got to this point where he could never beat this level of his acid trips where he had to confront his anger and he had to forgive. And he was having a great trip, and then he got to the point where he had to confront
was
his
that the
anger.
demon night? The one with
No,
the
he said it
demons?
was recurring.
Okay.
That was his recurring thing with acid. So I want to ask you, you've done a lot of acid.
Okay, and I've done a lot of acid with Sean. I provided him with a lot of LSD.
Yeah, that you might have been there.
Okay, so I can tell you this. Every experience with LSD that I've had with Sean, where it was just me and him personally, was mostly listening to records. But I know that they ended with, like, what record it always ended with would be Flaming Lips, The Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
And then that Rev Coat, Linger Thick and Good.
Yeah, Revolting
The
Cox.
Revolting God, Linger Thick.
Okay.
So we would
It's
really
an
get more-
unlistenable album on
and we would
LSD.
watch, like,
I hate that he put it
graffiti
on
video.
every
We
time.
would
I was
watch
like, dude.
graffiti videos and shit. Like, my homies make all kinds of videos, like the war videos and shit, because they're TKO graffiti.
So it's just noisy shit.
No, I can't.
It's dude. It's like it's like this. It's like weird, like bag masking. It's like so. It's
acid jazz kind of too.
yeah. It's like dark acid jazz. It was not for me. Like I get.
You
I
weren't
like it a
high
lot.
enough for it, or what's the problem?
Nah, man, Corey's a little more heady with his fundamentals in music, man. Like, he doesn't like jazz so much. He's not all about that random jazz.
So you
He
just
really
know about
likes
his
the
musical
rock.
taste. So I'm asking you, did you ever have a moment tripping where you hit a like test that you had trouble with?
No, homie. I mean, like, I talked to God. and shit. Homie, that's what I did with LSD. Like, me and Corey had like a simultaneous hallucination.
And God was like, put on this horrible record, see if they stay. I don't want to talk to
God.
your God.
Let's find out how into Primus all your friends are.
Yeah, it's like, are they ready for your secret love for Nickelback? Yeah. Fuck. They say that, dude. I have been fucked up on some dextromethorphan so bad that anything was good, homie.
Oh no, cough syrup makes Nickelback make sense.
No, I'm talking about you have to actually extract the DXM. Don't drink that fucking cough syrup and hurt your kidneys. You got to get some clear ammonia, naphtholizer fluid.
Like you're worried about your kidneys.
Oh my
now.
god, yeah. What the fuck was that?
You got to get some clear.
Suddenly, don't
give
hurt
them
your
some room.
kidneys.
You're already
like-
fucking them up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're treating your body like a nuclear reactor, don't just infuse fucking plutonium rods right into a fucking air. Like take care of the core. You know what I'm saying? Follow the safety measures. You know what I'm saying? Realize the power might go out. Don't be like in Japan.
you know, you're
and
really
have a Fukushima because you didn't realize shit could just break down. You know what
I didn't
mean?
realize you were such a healer.
Well, I definitely. I mean, I try to go through hell with a.
But you know, you got to have your line. I guess you got your that's what it is with health. It's like you got to decide what mixes you can and can't do. You know your mixes, what you can and can't do.
Well, I like the biggest chemical dependency that I've had was with crystal methamphetamines. I mean, like, okay.
Pussy.
Hey, you know what?
It's not even addictive, really. It's
I know, dude. I do it like 5 times a day, and I never get addicted. It's fucking.
Hey, you were just addicted to painting, dude.
Dude, I still love painting so
That's
much.
great.
Love that shit.
I've always liked your stuff.
Yeah. There's the Colorado Crush Festival starts tomorrow, and all my buddies, EMF and TKO, they're gonna be doing pretty big productions out there.
the problem with painting on meth, though, is like I remember years ago you did this painting of Frankenstein, and it was like the most beautiful thing I've ever like because you somehow tapped into like how the way that.
Oh, daddy issues?
The way that
Yeah, I named the painting Daddy Issues.
the way that LSD like
So it's your dad as Frankenstein?
yeah, but it was just a picture of Frankenstein's face. But it was like but all the lines like
Worst Daddy Issues, homie, was Frankenstein.
he had like
Well,
perfect
it's a
shading
creature.
that it mimicked LSD, like the way things look on LSD, like how lines are like blurred and shit. It was like a perfect. It looked like you were tripping when you looked at it, and then he got spun out and fucking painted more onto it and fucking ruined it. It was the saddest fucking thing.
No, I didn't ruin. Okay,
You
look,
did
I
ruin
still
it.
sold that fucking painting. Like it was.
No, that's fine. That's
It
fine.
wasn't
had
as
the
good
same
as it
issue
was.
painting
but
sober.
I have
That shit
fucked
just
paintings
happened.
up way more
Yeah,
than
yeah.
that. Fucking lerping on drugs. Dude, this dude commissioned me a fucking painting that I had taken a picture of it after I got done with it. It looked fucking fresh, and I was like falling out from like being up for fucking days on speed and acid, and there was nothing that was gonna keep me up any longer. And I was like kind of touching it up while I was holding it. I started nodding out, and I woke up and realized I fucked it up. Then I tried to fix that and nod it out.
Oh, fuck.
And fucked that up. I woke up 6 hours later. My dog was covered in paint. My fucking couch was covered in paint. All my clothes on my face like I was a 6-year-old that got let loose in the fucking Crayola factory. And the painting was gone. It wasn't even on
Not
that
even
fucking
there.
canvas anymore. It was this fucking amalgamation of hand rubs and shit. It looked like fucking. You remember the mom from what was that? Goonies. Remember the Fatelli's mom? It looked like her pussy. That's what it looked like. A gross, disgusting, just mistake.
Well, maybe this is your test in life. You have this creative gift, but your problem is that you don't know when to stop.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got problems with like I have no conscientiousness.
Good guess.
I don't make careful decisions. I don't.
He's like, bingo. I never have stopped at the correct
so as
time.
far as like chemical dependency, I've gotten a hold on my addiction to crystal methamphetamines due to understanding my nervous system and how I can't be trusted. So I just don't put myself in situations where I can get high. But
Well, no, see, you're looking at it wrong. You
I
can
still
be trusted.
I still take LSD and mushrooms like more often than I should.
You can be trusted to fuck up your own paintings. That's why you need you really need like some autistic kid to just stand and watch you and just go, stop. And he restrains you and you get in a fight with him.
He's just gonna hold his fucking ears. Mistake.
I tried doing that. That's why I was when he was fucking painting the Frankenstein. When I was like yelling
tried
at him,
to
I'm
stop
like,
him.
"Fucking stop!" And he's like, "Hold on, I almost got." I'm like, and then he just made it into a normal painting. Basically, it was
no.
so fucking tragic.
Well, but that's the thing. His state is shifting, so he sees it a certain way, and you're like, "Holy shit, you captured
You got
your
it.
state."
You nailed the state, and then he changed the painting with his state of mind as he sobered up.
I got into a
It was
habit of
sad.
doing shit like that too. Okay, my homeboy Jerry Schizo. You remember Schizo the
Yeah.
shaman? Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Schizo the shaman,
He was
okay.
he's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
But he's a motherfucker who will put 6 awesome paintings on one fucking canvas before he finally finishes with one that he decides on. That's not even as good as the first 5 he did.
Well,
You know,
then
like he'll just paint over some shit and paint over it. Or
as
he'll
long
just
as he video records the whole thing, then it's art.
If only he could be captured.
Then it's
on
like
film.
a Buddhist sand painting where you make this beautiful thing, you piss all over it, you burn it, and you
Dude,
go
I used
home.
to sell paintings that way in the mall. I would
Buddhism.
I would
Buddhism.
produce a couple.
Urinate, defecate, go home.
On the 16th Street Mall as a trick.
Chop wood, carry water. What is it?
Shit,
Piss on your daughter.
carry water. Yeah. Piss on your-
Take a shower. LL Cool J was a who was the guy who?
Yeah.
I can't even think of the right
Kelly
reference.
Baker.
R. Kelly was
yeah.
a Buddhist.
Said I'm gonna piss on you. Yes, it's true.
I honestly thought those teen girls were on fire. That's just an honest mistake.
Yeah, somebody had a good bit about they all got stung by a jellyfish. This guy was
Oh,
just
that's-
a really good lifeguard.
Yeah. Yeah. That's decent. Yeah.
You
That'll
gotta
hold up
take
in
care of
court.
your kids. How old are your kids?
My son just turned 7 in June, and my daughter is a tween. She's 12. TikTok tween.
Is she on TikTok?
Oh fuck, dude! And Instagram. It's the only reason I can get a hold of her, and it's for her talking shit to me.
Just
You
her.
dance, communicate with her.
I'm telling you what. Okay, it's like
just
she's awake
audio-
at 3 in the fucking morning, right? And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing awake at 3? She's like, what business is of that of yours? I'm like, oh, fucking god, here we go with this shit, you know, because I don't get to hang around her ass. She lives with her.
That's the
fucking
shit
mom.
you would say, dude.
I'm like, I'm gonna go with this shit. Okay.
She's got your genes.
So I'm all like, I'm your dad. I want to know. She's like, what are you doing at 3 in the morning? I'm like, what normal people are doing. I'm sorting comics. And she's just like, are you gonna ever get a real fucking job? I'm like, obviously not.
Wow, I like your daughter.
Dude, my daughter's mean, homie. She's fucking mean, bud. Harsh, bud. Last time I talked, she's like, I was like, hey, I love you, honey. She's like, well, I'm not gonna say I love you back. I don't. I was like, well, that's cool, because that's not the deal. The deal isn't that you have to love me back. It's cool. I love you anyway. It's cool, but whatever.
Brutally honest.
Fucking mean. She loves me. She's just fucking out of her mind, tween, pissed off. I wasn't around enough, you know. She got taken away and lives with her rich ass fucking grandma.
She's probably not even that mean. She's probably just lip syncing Billie Eilish songs.
Oh my god! Don't say that shit.
That's not your fault, dude.
Fuck. At least he's not a Mormon or a juggalo, though. Fuck me. Fuck, I'd rather be a juggalo at this point.
A juggalo would be fun, dude. Are you fucking out of your mind? Do you know how fucking stoked you'd be if she turned out to be a juggalo?
Said, check it out. This is my daughter, Chuckle Fuck.
Chuckle fuck.
And her new husband, Blade. Blade Face.
No, it's actually a prime time to be a juggalo because you walk into a grocery store and they go, hey, that's a nice face covering.
Yeah.
Where did you buy that? That's really fashionable.
Dude, this shit is fucking... That's agonizing, bro. I don't want to fucking smell my own fucking breath and shit all day with these fucking masks. This shit is killing me. You know, and I don't
Stop
refuse.
wearing
I'm not
it.
like these people that are like, I'm
Stop
not
wearing
gonna
a mask. What are you doing?
Dude, I just only when I go in the grocery store. They just like fucking get on my ass every time I walk in. And then I'm like that guy who's like,
hold on.
he won't wear his mask. And people just want to fucking bother me. So it's like I have to wait till I get to the edge of the store before I can fucking remove the motherfucker. I don't want to wear it. Unless I'm robbing the fucking joint, I don't want to be wearing a fucking mask. But like,
Do you wear a mask at the grocery store?
God, no.
they don't bother you?
No.
They bother me. It must be because I fucking made some choices.
Yeah.
Some aesthetic choices that kind of
If Alan
a
had a-
demographic and like pigeonholes
Yeah,
me into
look
some
more like a
problems.
lawyer.
Okay.
If Alan had
No,
an
I look like
illegible
I need a
face
lawyer,
tattoo,
homie.
he'd probably be getting hustled at the
Yeah,
grocery
I look like I
store.
need a lawyer, Brummel, not like I fucking am a lawyer.
Yeah, you do. Well, this is why we're friends.
You can't afford a lawyer, dude.
I know. That's why I'm the guy. Just give me paintings and I'll defend you.
Dude, my public defender did a
With
good
no,
ass fucking job.
with no legal training at all.
No.
Just put that in, half an engineer.
Esquire.
Listen.
Alan
So they got this
Bromwell,
new.
Esquire.
You know,
That's how we should bill you in the podcast, Alan Bromwell Esquire.
Esquire. Well, look. Just ask them if they have a copy of the code they're referring to. This is just be prepared with a few things that they can't deal with.
Like I'm just I'm getting ostracized by my peers.
Just say
when I
where
go-
in the code. I know you have the statute
Okay,
here,
so
but
every
where
time
in
I
the
go to
code does
grocery
it say
store, I'm
I am
usually
legally
with-
required?
Every time I go to the grocery store, most of the time I'm usually with someone else.
Also,
Someone else who's adamant on that fucking mask law is also adamant on me not embarrassing them in public. Like I
Yeah,
really
that's how
fucking
it goes.
do.
Alan-
It becomes
Alan,
a social
also-
routine.
Listen.
Dude, I mean, Alan, I'm causing problems before these fucking masks. Coronavirus, you guys knew I was already broke, had no fucking job, and was making problems with masks on. Okay? Like, shit was already a problem for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alan, you'd be a lot less cavalier if you had meth in your pocket when you went into the grocery store, all right?
Oh, I don't think so.
You'd be more
You ought
cavalier.
to see me when I'm fucking loaded.
This motherfucker's about as bold as they get. Look at him. This motherfucker will walk through the fucking border with some. I bet you have a clavo, huh? Just, hi, what's going on? I got.
It's all
50
attitude,
O's.
buddy. It's
We're
all
like-
attitude. You know that's
He's
true.
like,
It's all
"What's
attitude.
racist, Cabo? Is this the border? Where did the?
There's no laws. There's
You know,
just
Trump's
social.
racist anyway.
They just go, oh, he must know something. It's an energy. It's all you know this. It's all energetic. If you got bad energy, they'll stop you and say something. If you got good energy, they'll go, okay, whatever.
He looks like he knows what he's doing.
I
Well,
guess
look like
that's
a fucking
what we all should be
Sicario.
doing.
I look like a fucking like I just escaped to Mexico years ago.
You look like you've
and
never
got
known
a
what you
new
were-
identity of been just like muling for the fucking
Yeah,
cartels.
dude, did you ever see Eastbound and Down?
Yes,
the
I've
season
seen
where he
every
goes to
episode.
Mexico?
Yes.
That's you, yeah. Where he
With
fucking
those
shows up to the
cornrows,
high school
he's all
prom on
fighting the
ecstasy.
fucking chickens and shit.
Yeah, chicken fighting. Cockfighting,
I
yeah.
love that show, dude. Fucking Jody Hill. That
Dude,
guy's fucking hilarious.
That's a
you
great
look,
show.
You look like your life story starts with you crawling out of a Wayfair cabinet, man. Like you look fucked up. Like,
That's harsh.
listen, he would have.
really think I'm something you'd sell on the black
If you would have, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The best thing that could have
I'm the
happened to
guy
you was rich
posting
guys
on
fucking
Wayfair.
you.
I'm not the one being sold on
If
Wayfair.
rich guys would have fucked you when you were a child, you'd be more successful by now.
Dude, if rich guys, rich
You
guys
look
would've-
like-
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Rich guys would have fucked me, and if I would have realized that when I was younger, I'd have been gay. I would have stomached that cock. I would have suffered through how disgusting it was to me, and I would have went through that change so that I could have been rich, because I could have had me a fuck. By now, I'd been in Spain with my fucking older queen lover. You know what I'm saying?
dumbass.
Interior decorator.
You're such a dumbass.
My name's already Victor Vincent. I have a little dog. But no, I had to be straight. I had to enjoy vagina and fucking not pull out.
You're okay. I understand being a dad's hard and whatnot, but
It's
you,
It's terrible guilt, bro. It is like the worst.
this
guilt you will
weird,
ever
I
feel.
should have been a rich gay dude that's just a lie. You idiot.
You know what, man? It's the prettiest lies are the ones you won't tell everyone.
Oh, fuck.
Although I will tell you, when I got into drugs, I did notice I had the same fantasy where I was like, I mean, all these guys are buying me everything. They don't know. I could just be that.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I mean,
Fucking-
like, he's sucking my dick, bro. You know? I just got 10 grand. I said close my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, if you're cute, you can get money and just get off.
Look, I'm going to tell you something right
But
now.
there's got to be a point where it shifts and you go, okay, what am I doing now?
Dude, you act like sucking a dick would be some sort of like indignity. For you, that's a step up in life. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, fuck you. You know what? I'm tell you
You'd be
something right
like,
now.
you'd be like, I'm just glad to have a warm
I
place
come
to
from
sleep.
a lineage of people who would be
Yeah,
proud to be gay if they had to.
Do
I'm gonna
the
tell you
accent
something
again. Do the Greek accent.
The Greek accent.
Let me tell you something about
Homosexual
pedophilia.
It's a me, a Mario. You know, Greek.
Oh, yes. The assholes of the young boys.
Oh, hold on. Well, like, we should talk about Wilson a little bit, Robert-Anton-Wilson a little bit, because he's the one that got me into Prometheus Rising and shit.
Prometheus Rising. Well, I owe you a debt of gratitude. I mean, really, this podcast is a homage to our love for Robert-Anton-Wilson.
And we have not brought him up once on this podcast the entire time, which is, but I think
Because
it's
nobody knows who that
Well,
is.
that's because
that's
the
what I'm saying, it's
construct
like-
in which you've designed your ideology behind this, because you're using archetypes here. But
you got
haven't
to do
assigned
the
me as an
slow
archetype.
You have to do the slow
And
idle
therefore you
pan
haven't
back and
assigned
forth that he
meaning.
does when he talks.
I know you're talking way faster than he would actually talk.
Yeah. And he,
Plus,
he like dead
I
eye
really
just
love
pans back and forth.
marijuana
Fucking
because
suck.
of the post-polio. I really enjoy the marijuana. And I
My
believe
leg
that there
was no
value in
good.
marijuana.
I tried
almost-
stand-up. They said, go faster, kid.
The universe is not simultaneously apprehended. Essentially, what that means is every statement is true in some sense. Every statement is false in some sense. Every statement is meaningless. in
This is
some
the
sense.
most
And
esoteric
every
riff of all
statement
time.
is true,
True
false,
and-
and meaningless at the same time. In some
True
sense.
and false in some sense.
So therefore, you
false and meaningless in some sense.
assign meaning
And if you
to
say
your
that,
reality tunnel.
and if
This
you
is what I was telling him when I
if
met
you
you.
say
You
that-
would literally go do stand-up on maybe Logic, and the crowd would be going,
Oh, man, dude, after fucking year 3, homie, it was all firing from the hip.
No,
I
dude,
started out
dude,
as an
he-
impressionist, okay? Like, when I started out, I was doing impressions and, like...
what impressions were you starting out with?
I was doing
Randy
Macho
Savage,
Man,
whatever
Randy
Dan
Savage,
Soder's doing.
Robert De Niro and fucking the Scarface shit, the Pacino, the basic
Christopher
shit.
Frank
Oh, you
Caliendo.
do
That's what I got
Pacino?
recognized for, too. I shit you not, on the outside, never got recognized as a comic. Fucking 7 different times I went to jail. Motherfuckers recognized me as a comic. Hey, I remember this motherfucker. Yeah, you was in that shitty bar that one time talking about raping a baby. Yeah, I remember him. He's funny.
Raping a baby.
Do that Scarface impression again. Come here, get over. You want a soup tonight? Get over here. Do that Scarface impression. Come over here, I said.
Yo, this dude raped a baby. Come over here.
Talk about this. Yeah, remember you talking about raping a baby? Yeah, he's like, come here, yeah.
Yeah,
Made a bunch
baby
of people
rape.
mad.
Get over here, baby
Yeah,
rape.
Yeah, the lady came out and she ran through her purse at you. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
well.
I've walked a lot of people. I've caused a lot of fucking like turmoil.
Yeah, well, walking people at an open mic. What you need to do is book
Look,
people
I've never
people
burned a
who
showcase.
came.
I've been on quite a few showcases, and I never burned a fucking showcase once. And I also always filled my time, but I didn't always.
That's what I'm saying. You're a pussy. You need to fill an audience. You need to fill a theater full of people who came to see you and
turn
walk
the fuck. I did.
them.
It was at Herman's
Yes.
Hideaway.
And walk
I did it.
them.
Herman's Hideaway, and we recorded.
Then you're an artist.
It was my. It was my. My
Oh,
headline.
you ruined a
There was-
painting
when I
on
headlined-
meth.
I
Ruin
headlined-
a fucking theater on meth.
Dude. Okay, so Corey was on that show at Herman's Hideaway. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. I put a lot of effort into fucking hurting that crowd. All right, and
At Herman's Hideaway, what was this?
yeah, and it was still pretty funny.
It
It was
was
a Dick Black promoted show in which, once again, I didn't get fucking paid.
Well, no, because
After walking the
he
crowd,
didn't-
I'm
he
so
didn't
sorry.
tell us that it was a.
I didn't rock.
It was a
whole crowd.
bringer show basically,
Okay.
and so we didn't like promote it because we thought it was like the promotion was taking care. So I just like told like a few people. I was like, yeah, just come to the
Yeah,
show
but
or whatever.
Essentially,
And he did. So there were 2 tables at this place. Like it was a
okay, but point
point being.
in case, the people that did show up, which was a nice little fucking
Point in
handful
case.
of people, showed up specifically off of us promoting the fucking show and telling people to come. Besides Cody Spiker's friends that she had brought with her.
Oh my
Okay.
God, you did this in front of Cody?
She
Cody
was there. She was on the show. She was on
I
the
put her
show. It was
Probably why
Cody.
she
Cody's
quit
always
comedy.
been polite
It was
to
me,
She
Cody
always been
Spiker.
polite
She doesn't do
to me.
comedy anymore.
Byron Graham was on the show.
This is probably why.
No.
Byron Graham was on the show.
Yeah.
Adrian Mesa was on the show.
And
It was
Adrian
weird.
fucking kind of went out on a fucking Weird Al trip. He had so many better bits back in the day when he used to just do observational shit. Then he went into
Dude.
this fucking Latino Weird Al. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
And then Nate Balding, he almost fucking
Oh, yeah, Nate
bombed
Balding
it
was on
and
that
then
show.
reeled
This
it
is
back
like a
like
show
the
of all my
Leathermans, so that
favorite people
motherfucker
who don't
reeled
do
it
it
back.
anymore.
Dude, I miss
Nate
hanging around
Balding
with
was
Balding.
great. Nate Balding was great.
Let me tell you who was awesome.
Mesa was great.
My friend Michael Carter. That motherfucker was badass.
Oh, I never saw that dude.
You
Everyone
know what,
told
man?
stories about him.
So he committed suicide on the drugs that I sold him, no less, which made me feel fucking even more horrible.
Don't admit to that. I'm gonna bleep that out. That's fine.
That's fine. I don't have to bleep that shit out.
I
No,
know.
listen, he
Is it a
bought
crime?
the drugs of his own volition.
he killed
This
himself.
Fucking, don't defend victims.
This is
what are you doing?
Listen, there's like there's
What are you,
validity in
victim
what I'm saying
defending?
right now, and the meaning behind it has to, like, the reality of it has to be, you know.
It was a
I
joke.
love
It's
Michael
fine. Move
Carter
on.
Because I had to work very hard at becoming his friend. When I first started out as a comic, he didn't like me. As a matter of fact, when I came up to him after seeing him do, I was like, "Hey, he's like, what's your name?" I was like, "Vic's all Vic." I don't like you, Vic. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, and I feel like that's your fault. So I'm going to discontinue talking to you now and from now on, period. So
And that's why you respected him.
Well, he was hilarious, and he just like fucking was mean, and I liked it. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
I
he
kept trying
told you the
more
truth.
and more
Told you the
to
truth.
get him to enjoy my comedy. He would not engage me. And then he stopped doing comedy for about fucking 4 years, and I'm still doing this shit. I hit those open mics for fucking 13 fucking years. Okay, before I finally fell off, and the last one there was that backyard thing, you guys. Okay,
Yeah.
and I really wanted to express this side of myself artistically. You know, as a like I wanted to make people laugh as a performance artist. I like it. I like stand-up. And I came to that realization after fucking a couple of years of doing it and be like, "Oh, you just do this for you? You just for what kind of..." Like, I had to melt down my ego enough to be like, "What's it about?" And I like doing comedy. And Michael, he inspired me. And then he quit. And he did a lot of smart comedy. He had his bit about Thornton. Thornton, where ignorance truly meets bliss. He's like, "Thornton, we have a McDonald's. Thornton, we give cash for gold." He was like the best. Dude, he was the fucking best. Dude, he had this whole fucking bit about how the fucking sandwich is the greatest thing human beings have ever done. And then he broke it down as to every accomplishment that human beings have noted still have not made precedence to 2 pieces of bread.
That's
meat
true.
in between that bread with cheese and or vegetation. Like, he just broke this down.
or
Like, he was- dude, he was
vegetation.
a fucking-
That's true, though. No,
Okay.
Vic made us Italian
true.
subs earlier. He complained the entire way he was making it.
I'll make you one too. We have enough to make you another one, so I'll make you one for your
No,
hungry
he'll make
afterwards.
one, dude.
Okay.
It's great. He's great
Wait
at
a
making
minute. I don't want
sandwiches,
to get off track about
but
my
he
friend
complained-
Carter because he's dead.
complained
and
the
this
whole
is
way.
important.
You got to get those Calabrian.
So my friend
chili
Michael
peppers.
Carter, who I didn't get to be his friend until after he quit doing comedy, and he showed up at Three Kings with this girl, right? And this is after I got better. Even though a lot of people like me, I did get better at it. And a lot of people didn't like that shit. Unlike guys like Bromwell, who encouraged it.
Yeah, I encouraged your insanity because you and Nate Balding were the only ones doing any art when I started.
That's
that
what
was
he
the
called
only
Balding.
art. That was the only art because you guys didn't give a fuck and you were
Dude, he used to
going
do-
up there and experimenting. It was it was true art.
Yeah, we used
Like,
to trade
that
off who was
inspired
going
me
to do
when
the
I
liquor
started.
bomb that night. Like, who's going to get wasted, be liquor bombed, and just cause problems.
Yeah.
And it was like we'd trade off
That's
who
what
was
it
going to
should
do
be.
that.
That's what it should
Nate
be. There
used
should
to buy
be.
a lot of coke.
I'm sure he still does.
I'm saying,
sure
from me, Nate helped me out when I was in a certain profession in my life. And, and that wasn't really peddling high-quality wares, if you know what I mean.
The worst
Let's just
coke
go
I've
back
ever
for a
had
second.
in
Let's
my
just
life.
go back for a second about Michael Carter. You sold him the drugs. Do you think if a guy sells a dude a gun, that guy has moral, like if the guy shoots himself with it, or if the guy kills a family with it? Like,
I mean,
how do you feel
just like
selling
I
that
don't feel
gun?
like, just like I don't essentially feel like I have a moral. I felt bad that I didn't pay attention to my friend more. That I just sold him drugs and didn't try to hang out with him more and figure out what's going on with him.
Was he?
He didn't
hopelessly
tell me. He kept the
depressed?
shit close to his chest.
Was he
Was he
depressed?
depressed?
Yep, apparently. But yeah, no
Oh,
one
so
knew.
he
Like my
OD'd
friend
on
Brendan,
purpose?
dude. He's like another friend of mine who fucking hung himself. Nobody saw it coming. A fucking amazing artist, successful cartoon with a Kubert school of cartooning. Is an amazing person, and then just all of a sudden, I'm gonna hang myself. And
3 of my friends have killed themselves during Corona. I don't know anyone who's died of the quote virus. I
Is
know
that true?
3. Yes, I know 3 people who've killed themselves because of how shitty things are getting right now. And I just reach out to these. I'm just like, what is going on? One of them was a comic who you might have known.
Who?
Let's not say her name because I don't remember it. But
God damn it, dude. All right.
I will
Yeah,
think
tell
of her
me
name
off-
if you
tell
give me a
off
second.
there.
I'm just not good with names.
Okay,
You
Brahma,
did
what
not
are
know.
you,
She
year
used to run
6
the
now?
show
Where are
at
you Year
Grandma's
6 now,
house.
Brahma? You're 6, 7 now?
6, yeah.
Yeah, baby, that's it, baby. I'm so proud of you. Though. I'm gonna tell you something.
Oh,
I've seen
thanks.
you from the development. I'm gonna tell you something. There's some people I gave a shit who would pay attention. Some people I just didn't bother with. Always tried to take it in whenever because you
I
were
appreciate
good
that.
at winging it. You had a nice structure to your shit. Like you figured out your timing right away, which was important.
Oh,
Before
thanks.
anything else, your timing, baby. So
Yep.
then you could just fly from the fucking hip. That's the same way Sam Talent got away with so much of the shit that he would just.
Most of
fart
it's
out. And a lot
timing.
of it was like
Most of it's timing.
regurgitated Big Lebowski shit, whatever. But he did it in a way that, like, I mean, like, and once
It
again,
works, yeah.
Yeah. And Brumwell, I've seen you since you came out. You were kind of prepared, but then you kind of got off track because you had a hard night before. You could tell you probably were fired up, and then you still rounded it back in and pulled the fucking crowd. And it's only like fucking 9 people left in the motherfucker. He's got him.
That's what I want the crowd to think when I get on stage. Is they go, "He had a hard night last night."
Baby,
They're just giving me kind of a benefit of the doubt because they just go, "He is hungover
you have a
as
kind-
shit."
Listen, nobody would ever look at if somebody looks at you, they go, "This is a tragedy. This is." Do you know what I mean? Like you have that look.
good.
It's fine.
That's good.
It's wheelchair head. It's
I remember-
fine.
Okay, I remember there was a point.
That's
in my
what you
life-
want, though. You don't want to. I have to be beneath them in some way so that I can.
Yeah, I know.
Do all the
I
stuff
think
I'm
that's.
trying to
I
do.
think that's correct, dude.
Looking like a piece of shit has it.
The reason why Vic is impressive as a comic is that he was never.
You were the Lenny Bruce
yeah.
of meth. That's
You were
what
the Lenny Bruce.
That's the greatest compliment.
That's what I truly thought when I saw you perform. I go, he's breaking boundaries in the
Lenny
same
Bruce
way.
because Lenny
Yeah.
Bruce did meth. He literally shot up meth all the fucking time.
Yeah,
he
fuck
did?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did he ever perform like that?
The whole time.
Really?
Here's
So
what
he,
happened to Lenny Bruce.
so he had downers in it.
Okay,
in the
here's
mix
what happened
too?
to Lenny Bruce. He realized
You used the
that his
downers to come
entire
down
career as a
often.
performance artist became a representation of freedom of speech. And so he surrendered himself as an
Yeah.
artist and said, I'm going to be a drug addict while the fucking government destroys me in front of all of you people
But
so that
he's
you can
destroying
say
himself.
fuck on stage. So that you can say pussy. So that motherfuckers like Richard Pryor, who changed the world of comedy, people like Sam Kinison had no content. He was all affect. Crazy preacher son. Terrible views as a human being.
Terrible
And I
views.
loved him as a comic until I grew up and became a stand-up comic.
Live
And
where the food's at. Where's the food?
Dude, I used to love that shit. You know what this is? Fucking sad. Like, I
Yeah, that's
loved
good.
that shit. I
Yeah.
did. Then I grew up and I was like, what a fucking dick. Because I had an opinion. I was like 17. You know, because I've been watching stand-up. Dude, the first record, my dad bought it for me. It was Wash Your Ass by Red Fox, okay?
Okay.
My dad got me that album. So that was my first exposure to stand-up, Red Fox. Then from Red Fox, I got into George Carlin. And then know about Lenny Bruce till I was probably 12 years old. But once I figured out that that guy did everything for us, and that his best protege, George Carlin, who, thanks, no one's ever going to be able to thank him enough. Never gonna. Sorry, never. We were never good enough for what he gave us, and nobody's ever fucking paid him the proper
Well,
respect.
that's the reason. But what you said is correct. The reason Carlin had the balls.
Those were
Hold
the
on,
days,
before
weren't
we
they?
move
The reason
on.
Carlin
Boiling
had the
people
balls.
in oil.
Hold on.
Those were the days, weren't they?
Before we go ahead, we should for a set understand how underrated Red Fox is as a comic.
Way underrated.
It fucking insane. He was able. He's doing
Amazing observation.
dirty,
Amazing one-liners.
wash your ass material, and there's old blue-haired women in the crowd cackling.
He would mine out of nothing too. He would
fucking insane.
You're good at that too, though, Brownwell. You're very good at mining out your jokes, buddy. That is a good fucking skill to have one joke and just kind of scrape that fucker out, baby. You got more out.
But I'll tell you something. Red Fox. I don't know how well that holds up.
Oh no, it holds up great. I'm telling you.
Kind of.
Okay, homie.
Watch again, dude. It holds
Carlin
up.
holds up. Bruce.
Carlin-
Lenny Bruce does not really.
No, Lenny Bruce does not.
And
Okay,
so there's a difference when you perform drugged out, which Hedberg had that album where he was just fucked up on heroin. There's stand-up bass playing in the background.
Yeah.
That was a good album that does hold up. But most drug albums, Stanhope's drug albums hold up, but some drug albums do not hold
Fucking
up.
Doug Stanhope is a fucking demon, bro. That guy.
But
His transformations were so quick, from his stages in comedy, the way he transitioned into his style, and then the next. Man,
yeah,
it's just,
yeah, he needs to get back on drugs though. Have you heard the last one? Because he
no,
just
you
needs
know what,
some
dude?
new.
I just figured out who the president was because of Twitter. So I was
No,
like,
that's the thing. People keep telling Stanhope, they're like,
Yeah.
stop doing so many drugs and drinking so much. We want you
Yeah.
around, and it's like, no,
They're
we don't.
ruining it.
We don't want
that's
you
why he had
around
that
the
joke.
mediocre.
Like, not till after this show. Have a dream. Remember, he had the
Yeah.
fucking.
You
thing.
should really stop drinking. Not tonight though, because
Not
we got
tonight.
tickets for
We
the
got
late
tickets-
show.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
No, that's exactly right. But
We should all be
You know,
collectively telling
a
him we have
comic
tickets
that
to his show, so
flipped on me
please
that I hated
stop
hated-
stopping.
I hated Joe Rogan originally because
Mm-hmm.
I thought of him as just like a heckler attacking.
But now you love him because he's a deep state cooperative.
No, I loved him because he took drugs and changed his comedy style. He stopped just yelling at hecklers and started just riffing and utilizing his loud. Because before
Kinda
he was just
Kinnison.
obnoxious and loud and had no premise and it was just nothing behind it. It's just a dickhead who did push-ups. Karate was on
he
fucking
loved Kinnison.
news radio.
Yeah, he
I know
loved
he's.
Kinnison.
I did too. when
He's
I was
Kinnison
fucking
with a
13.
float tank. Edibles in the
Who
float
hung
tank.
out with Stanhope? That's why he's. That's.
Dude,
I think that had a huge
respect
effect.
it.
on
I
him.
loved
respect
Sam Kinison until I was 13. I heard every
That's
one of
about
his
right.
Fucking
That's about
albums.
right.
That's about the last time I listened to a Kinnison record, I was like, "This is fucking horrible."
I have listened to
don't know
Kinnison
what this.
within the past
I'll tell
year
you
or
what
so.
holds up about Kinnison. His material about marriage, still true.
Yep.
All his stuff about relationships, but then when he'd just be ridiculous and he'd be talking about the necrophiliac bit where he's talking about
What is this line? Oh my God! I died knocking your fucking ass. He gets all I realized that was a good bit where he just tries to act all limp. I like this.
It doesn't really hold up though.
But okay, here's what never.
I'll
held
tell you
up
what
with
holds
Sam
up is
Kinison.
Gulf War material.
His-
That really holds
look,
up.
His content was fucking worthless.
Listen, I had an affair. I understand
Dude,
it.
his content. Dude, here's
He's talking about
you know
the,
who pissed me up, hurt
the,
me. You know what hurt me?
Iran Contra.
You know who? cut
Iran
me?
Contra affair, yeah.
The comedian that fucking cut me, Dennis fucking Leary. I fucking listened to his shit, and then all of a sudden I fucking picked up Bill Hicks at 14.
Wait.
And
You're
realized
saying
that
Leary
Dennis
stole from you too? He cut your material?
Brahma, you're too fast. Slow down, sweetheart. You're too quick.
He
What
took
happened
my
with
Road
Dennis
Warrior
Leary?
material.
What I'm saying is, I thought Dennis Leary was the tits until I fucking picked up Bill Hicks and then listened to his Bill's first album, and then fucking looked at it and I was like, almost word for word, this motherfucker, and didn't even pay. At least Robin Williams paid out the motherfuckers he stole from.
Yeah.
Dude, Dennis Leary just fucking became famous off of Bill Hicks, let him die from cancer, and never said thank you once. And then he was all, you know what, I changed my mind.
But let me tell you something. I do believe there's some metaphysics to all that because Leary stealing that young Bill Hicks persona allowed Bill Hicks to go deeper into what he was.
Yeah.
And so when somebody that's how you
Yeah,
got to
good
view
point.
it. When somebody steals from you, they're just saying, that's easy, I'll do that. So if it's easy, you don't want to
Sure,
do it.
Bromwell, make lemonade, but I'm talking about when I was 14 and how it
no,
hurt
no.
me as a kid.
Oh, it
Because
hurt-
I was
it hurt
what
me
the
too.
Fuck, one of my favorite comics is a fucking hack. And I was so into him, and I was like, dude, you don't know shit about comedy. And that's like Carlos Mencia too was another one.
Dude,
thank God for Joe Rogan for exposing that piece of shit. He was ripping off Bill Cosby. That fool was stealing from everyone.
And you liked him,
Then
too?
hold up, dude. I was a fucking stupid kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind Him and See, all that shit came out.
No,
when
when
I was
you're
a
a
fucking
kid.
teenager.
When you're a kid,
okay,
yeah.
my dad loved stand up.
Mind Him and See
you know
was
why I became a
terrible.
stand up comic? Here's my origin.
Who did
story.
your dad love?
My dad loved. Okay, his favorite stand up comics of all time, Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
One. Okay. The other one was George Carlin.
Okay. Well, your dad was a real comedy fan then.
He loves like Three Stooges. Like he goes back to slapstick.
The third
and
one was gonna be Three
vaudevillian
Stooges.
Nobody
shit.
likes the Three Stooges.
Okay,
Fuck
but I
Three
mean, like
Stooges.
he also he loved a lot of the earlier guys who were cleaner, but mainly, yeah, my dad was into like that '80s. Oh, Andrew Dice Clay was his favorite. Well, Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
Who I liked a lot too, because you could memorize Andrew Dice Clay shit and deliver
He liked
it to people.
attitude then.
Andrew
He
Dice
really
Clay
liked
shit was like a
attitude.
song. You could memorize a song and tell it to your friends at school. It wasn't the same. You can't just sit here and you got to be Eddie Murphy to take another kid's bit and then go to school and deliver it right. That's why Eddie Murphy was so badass. He could come out, Norton, I've been watching you, watching me. You want to fuck me, Norton, in the ass. It's a stupid premise about what if the honeymooners were gay. But he delivered it like this.
Yeah, no, you did that perfectly.
Because he's an amazing impressionist. And that's what I started as, an
Yeah.
impressionist. But my dad, he loved comedy. And he told me, you can't do stand-up, son. It's too hard. I was trying to know you can't do it. You don't do it. And out of my resentment for him, I was like, you want to see something, cocksucker? All right?
It's that resentment.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it always goes back to Nietzsche.
Chuck
That's
Roy,
one,
my friend who
I'm
did
done.
graffiti, I was like, oh, I'm about to do this shit.
Yeah.
Just so that one day I could film this shit and then give a fuck you to my dad. Fuck you to dad.
That's
Which
why
became a
most
thank
people
you to
do
dad,
anything in life.
Which became a thank you to dad and is now back to a fuck you to dad. So it's like, because it's like shifted where we were kind of good for a while.
I think
and now.
most of the world is built on fuck you, dad.
Yeah, fuck. It's terrible. It sucks, dude.
No, it
The
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
The Golden Gate
No,
Bridge was
dude, I
originally
know it does, dude. I want to be in a world where it's like, fuck yeah, dad. Thank you, dad, for teaching me that. Thank you, father, for liberating me. Thank you, father, for leading us. Where is our fucking dads at?
Well, go live in your gay fantasy world.
Oh, my God. All the best fantasies are gay, Bromwell. God, get on board.
But we're monkeys, and we need
Get
to
a fucking
hate.
cold sore and get a
we
clue.
run on
Get the
hate.
fuck-
We don't run on petroleum. We run on hate. This whole world was built on
Listen,
hatred,
we have-
resentment.
okay,
Get back at
we
this
have-
motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, it's a secondary fuel hate. We also
No,
run
of
on
course
self-
you want to
we
live in a
also
world
run on,
where we can
Hold
love
on. Who are
everybody,
you
but-
trying to get back at?
Yeah.
Because he's clearly dad.
No, I hate. I resent all of humanity.
No, you don't. No, you don't. It's a projection of.
Wait a minute.
No, yeah, I hate myself. Clearly,
There
But
we go.
I can't admit I hate myself, so I project it on humanity.
No,
But
okay, look, playing the nihilist misanthropic game is all fun. Plenty fun.
no, I don't
look,
really.
Just do more drugs. Come on, like
check it
have
out.
fun with
I
your
realize-
life.
No, I love myself. That's
Here's
why I
the
hate
reason why-
humanity because
you
they
know why-
won't.
do you know why
They
so
won't
many-
let that shit happen.
Being miserable is so
When I'm happy, they're mad at me. That's why I'm mad at them now. They won't let me be happy. Every time I've ever been happy, there's at least 3 women furious at me.
Oh my God.
At least.
No, they're not. They're not mad at you. That's just your mother, and it's fun.
No, they are.
It's
Slow
one
down.
woman-
No, believe
Don't-
me, Corey, they
don't
are.
woman-
This is territory
don't
you
your
don't know
mother
about.
They're just
Subversively
projecting
create-
onto every other
This
woman.
motherfucker's gonna subversively create Ted Bundy. He's like, you hate your mother is what it
Yeah.
is, Bromwell. You can kill her over and over again if you wanted.
I will
Is that
not.
what he was doing?
Oh, dude, that's why Ted
I don't
Bundy.
wanna know.
Okay, here's why fucking. Okay,
Vic,
Jeffrey Dahmer was a bitch because he did it because he was lonely. He had to drink to stop himself from doing. He wanted to drink to keep himself.
Now, do you
Ted
buy-
Bundy drank to get up the courage to do the shit he wanted to do anyway. You know what I'm saying?
This is
He
what I'm-
wasn't
hold on,
lonely.
hold on.
He was
Vic.
just pissed at women. And you know something?
I
can
know. This is what I'm saying.
respect that.
I'm cultivating a serial killer. None of this is even recording. None of this is going on. I'm just trying to cultivate a serial killer.
Well,
and
then
Alan
turn
Bromwell.
on the red-
I will not
turn
rest
on the red
until he
blinking
has
light.
the
Give him
bones of
the-
a human hand in his pocket.
Give him that
I
capsule.
will not rest.
Give him that capsule I handed you earlier.
I'll tell
Turn
you
on the
what
red-
makes a
It's in his
serial
drink.
killer.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
right.
what makes a serial killer. If you're capable of a lot and you fuck it up, you know you can at least be a pretty good murderer. You could be.
That's
if,
how you
if
could-
all you want.
that's
If
how you
all
could
you
live out
want
your
is to be
golden years.
remembered. If all you care about is notoriety, you could be infamous.
Don't tell him this.
Dude, my
Actually, this is
irresponsibility has
No,
literally.
this is the
No.
world we live in. He's already had these thoughts.
well,
You've
as long as
already
they have
gone-
a bathroom.
I put 15
Don't
years into
confirm
trying to be
them.
a stand-up comic. I could put at least that many years into killing people very efficiently.
meticulous.
I mean, dude, if
But,
you really
but he
want to
can't.
kill,
He's a fuck up.
who are you
man.
gonna
He's
kill?
not going to fucking kill people and get away with it.
No,
He'll
this
kill
is a
one
meditation.
motherfucker.
This is
He'll
all
leave a
Buddhist.
paper
This
Hey,
is all
look,
Buddhist.
look. I'll probably get away with one.
I'm sure you could.
I'm sure you could.
Then I'll botch the rest slowly too. I'm not gonna pull. Look, I'm not gonna be like that bitch Eris. What was her name? Fucking Jody Eris or whatever. That dumbass fucking. What was her name? You know what I'm talking about? Arius.
No, I don't.
The bitch who fucking killed the Mormon kid, and then lied her way into her conviction. Like she put forth more evidence in her trying to cover.
That's
up her
what you would
own
do,
tracks. No, I wouldn't be a Jody Arias. Okay, I would be
You're
more.
you dress like Joe Pesci in Home Alone, and you act like you could carry out like a meticulous murder. It's,
Were you sitting on that? Because that's a perfect
This
fucking.
motherfucker's been spinning on. He's been tweaking it.
I've been.
It's shifted from fucking Joe
Joe
Pesci in Home Alone, one of the
That
bad
was
guy
amazing.
extras
And he
from
takes
a
off
fucking
the beanie
Starsky
'cause
and
he
Hutch
knows it's true.
episode.
No, it was so perfect that we were both like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?"
No, listen.
How you made him take off his
Yeah,
hat
you guys
when
are
you said
circle
that?
joking right now. We both was so funny, did you? We both that was
Don't get
funny.
angry.
So
I'm not.
here's what you could do though.
I'm envious.
You could kill. You could kill
Well, you
women.
can circle joke me.
I have.
Vic, listen to me. I got an idea. You could kill women and paint with their blood.
I'm gonna be honest
And
with you.
then-
If I was a murderer, it
No,
would
hold on.
be
Listen to
women.
what he's saying.
No,
Listen to what
I
he's
can
saying because
admit
it's
to that much.
it's definitely going to
If
be
I
women.
was a murderer,
course.
it would be women.
Of course.
You know?
Goes without saying. Goes without saying. But you
It would
could paint
be-
with the blood.
It would
That's
be
what
a
he's saying.
tortured artist type situation where they go, "Well, yeah, he was a mass murderer, but have you seen these paintings?"
You got to
Look,
separate
I
the
think
art
you're-
from
I
the
think
murderer.
You're trying to
Yes.
pull. Look, I think you're trying to pull a Banksy out of a Blippy here, and that's just not going to happen.
Out of a Blippy. I don't even know what Blippy is.
He's one of them kid show hosts, little kids. Hi, little kid. A not
That's who
respected
you-
artist.
That's who you are.
No, I was like,
That's what you just said.
yeah, it was a.
Oh, I'm
being
sorry.
humble. and funny at
An
the same
attempt
time.
at being humble.
Yes.
Well,
You could liken me more.
I think you
I
should
was saying,
paint in blood.
Don't try and pull a Mozart out of that whoever's a shitty artist. Put that in anywhere.
out of a Bob Ross.
Yeah. Well, no. Bob Ross was a good artist. No, that would not apply. Don't
Bob
try
Ross-
and pull a
Bob
Mozart.
Ross
Don't
literally
try and
here's-
pull a Mozart out of a Milli Vanilli. Milli Vanilli. Okay. There you go.
Okay, Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli.
That's
something
not
like
bad.
Bob Ross was going, listen, there are no grenades anymore. Just paint a fucking tree.
that.
There are no,
It's your little
there's
world.
no
He's all-
VCs in
I'm
the
gonna say something right
trees.
Trenchfoot, Smenchfoot. Let's paint a cloud.
That's
Sure.
a great bit. That's a great bit. You should work on that.
Sure.
That's good.
I was high with my girlfriend and her friend, and they put on a Bob Ross, and I was just like about 20 minutes in, he says some weird shit. He just starts saying
Yeah.
weird fucking shit.
He's like, we're gonna paint a happy little.
He literally goes, it's real nice where I talk to you guys right now, because when I go at home, fucking vacuum cleaner doesn't listen to me.
Yeah. Here's some footage of this squirrel I found in my yard. Now he's my friend. Yep, he's gonna be.
But
He likes
he's
to
a-
mess around with
he's
the stereo
actually-
equipment. He's not quite as good as my son at using that stereo equipment, but he sure likes it. Look
So
at
let me
him,
ask you,
headphone.
did you learn how to paint? Did you just get high and start painting? What happened?
Oh, okay. Like so, painting became more of a thing when I got hanging with kids who dig graffiti. But
He
I was
sold
always
his
into
soul to the
illustrating
devil.
because I like.
You did
comic
it when you were
books.
younger?
Yeah, my dad used to draw little cartoons for me and shit. He was actually kind of talented back then. He was pretty good, but he never really applied himself. And now he can't draw for shit. Can't even remember how. I can draw these things that he used to draw for me better than he can draw now. And I think he's kind of resentful of that too. Like the last time I went to go visit him in California, I did some little cartoons for him and did some paintings that he sold to his friends at work. And he was so, but then he was also like, because of how disencouraged. He was never encouraging
All of this
me.
trying to get back at daddy.
No, dude, I'm trying to get my dad back.
I know.
My dad to be with me.
I'm trying to get Daddy back.
Yeah, I'm trying to get daddy back, asshole. I'm not trying to get back at him.
What does that Freud chair do to you, dude? Do
I
you
know.
feel it when
I
you sit
sit in
down?
this fucking
Yeah,
chair and
yeah,
it's all
just-
daddy
yeah.
issues.
Buddy,
Yeah.
I love how
You're talking
consistent
about
you
some
are in that
dude who
chair.
you want to appreciate your cartoons, and I just can't help hearing.
Okay, so you're talking about how
Daddy,
into art.
yeah.
I mean, well, as far as
Daddy,
painting,
come
I got
on,
into
Daddy.
painting through
Look,
kid-
Daddy, look, I'm
made a-
really
I
good
made a
now.
picture.
I'm really good.
Yes, I have displayed that behavior due to the, disciplines that I've obtained now. I've like, hey, look, I can do this. To show
Daddy,
my dad that.
I know the
But
word
I didn't
disciplines.
learn those. Oh, my God, I enjoy. I'm gonna lean back. I got some shit that I really care about too. I can put in the middle of the floor. You can put this on later. I'll play that game too. Corey's got a few of my personal items. I got my Jizza record. It was signed by Jizza.
Just fucking
I really care about it. We can put that in the middle of the floor.
We can put that painting on the floor. You piss all over that.
Yeah.
That's how we
Yeah, my mom was a prostitute.
you
Want
know-
to talk about that too? That's cool.
No, dude, we don't necessarily need to get into that. But
That's a whole other podcast. We'll get into
We
that
called
later.
this Chapel Perilous literally out of respect for the idea that we got from Robert-Anton-Wilson of breaking down people's belief systems to try to get to what
I don't
they're
believe too
actually
much
about.
in anyone's bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially your own. Always make
But
sure
this
not
is
to believe too much in your
when you got into that earlier, you were literally, when I saw you doing
drink all the
stand-up,
Kool-Aid.
you were literally talking about esoteric shit, just fucked out of your mind, talking about esoteric shit at very high volume, high intensity, yelling
picked up on it. Like other motherfuckers didn't understand.
Well, this is why. Otherwise, you'd be doing it. If there had been a bunch of people in that audience who knew what you were talking about, you could still be doing that. Because what you were doing was you were channeling a real energy. It's just how many people are going to pick
I
it
did
up.
a set.
Not at the height
okay,
of it.
here's something funny that happened to me, and it's happened to me more than one time. I did a set on my 30th birthday over at El Chorrito, and it started out good. Everyone paid it, but by the end of it, everyone was just watching me. There was no more laughing. They were just listening.
You're a
to me.
spectacle.
Yeah, they were just listening to me.
Yeah.
And
But you always got people to listen. That's a skill.
No, that's why I met him.
That's why you met him.
No, because I was
He
like,
wouldn't shut the fuck up, and Corey was
Well,
like, "I'm
no.
trying to leave." No, you're not trying to leave.
No,
Get
he
the
approached
back
me.
over
he
here.
will not
This
listen.
nigga
He
came
will not
approach
shut
me
the fuck
first.
up.
Y'all motherfuckers come to me first.
Big
Y'all,
mistake.
every one of you do.
No, I was like, how do you piss people off so much, and then like, so you'll like have half the audience like yelling at, like with pure hate in their eyes, like within the first like minute and a half of your set, and then by the end somehow you've made them laugh, and I like it's just it's
Skill.
it's an
That's
impressive skill.
That is the testament to what this is. If you cannot generate laughter from those who aren't even really willing to laugh.
If you can't generate hatred from those who came out wanting to have a good time,
And then generate laughter after you've generated that hatred.
who cares?
Yeah, who cares about that? Who cares about that? I want to generate.
I
hatred.
wanna generate hatred.
Switch any
The
way that I
fires,
want.
I want to see the fires of real prejudice coming out of people, just shining back
Yo,
at
okay,
me
so
on
there's
people's
this kid,
eyes.
fucking Aaron Maslow, we're friends now. Okay, check it out.
He was
Our
our last
last
spot.
guest.
Okay,
He
so
was our last
Maslow, and I
guest.
love Maslow. Okay, so check this out.
Hilarious. He's gonna
great.
love this.
We're fucking, and this kid, he's bought fucking so
You're
many
fucking.
paintings for me at this point.
You're
and-
fucking him.
Okay. When we
I've
first
adopted
started out,
his
when-
kids.
When
We're
Maslow,
fucking this kid's eyes. He keeps looking at me.
Maslow first
keeps
came,
tweaking at me.
Maslow first started out. When Maslow first started out, I was at year 6. Okay, I'd been doing
Okay.
it for about 6 years. When
Okay.
Maslow started, somewhere around there.
This motherfucker.
Okay, and so we were in Kinga's one night, and he had to go up after me as the last comics, and there were only about 6 people left in the room.
And he goes,
When I went
well,
up,
I don't know what
when
that
I went
was.
Up before him, when I went up before him, I wanted to get things a little lively because dude was just like, so I was like, what do you need me to do? Fucking grind your leg or something to look at me, sir? Like, what do you need me to do to engage you? I'll do. Listen, I don't want to seem desperate, but I am.
Yeah, clearly.
This is what I have.
Clearly.
I was like, sir, I'm here at a dive bar on a fucking weeknight, hoping that maybe you'll think, aren't I cute, aren't I clever? Just be with
Aren't
me.
I
was
cute,
like,
aren't
I
I
was
clever?
Like, I was like, just be with me for a minute. Dude was like, he started winding up, right? And then his girlfriend started laughing. And Maslow was like, so his girlfriend's laughing. So I'm working off that. I'm like, fucking, she's laughing. Look at this dude. He looks like he wants to get up and fucking get some. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna. I mean, like, he's not gonna. I knew that too. That's the other thing too. If you're not really a tough guy, I can fuck with you all I want because you're not really gonna do anything.
There's no tough guys anymore.
Oh, there's, dude. There's this kid who punched Nate Balding. Okay, when I was hosting the Lions,
Yeah, you're talking about 6 years ago or some shit.
one of the few times
10 years ago.
fucking
He has no
Sam
concept
was
of
nice
tough. No
enough to
tough
let me
guys.
host because Sam let me host.
All the tough guys are wearing masks to go to the grocery store.
Sam-
Oh, you're so hard, motherfucker. Oh, my God. Oh, Poppy. Oh, you wear a mask to buy banana? Yeah, you hard. It's so
I
there's
was gonna
no
say,
tough
dude,
guys.
You did like key into something that's like as many mics as I've been to with Vic. The most annoying, the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life is a million times of the whatever the host is going. I don't know what that was, but it's like
Yeah, that's
shut
what they
you
always say.
fucking
That's what
pussy,
they always
you
say.
fucking faggot.
Yeah.
I don't know what that.
Yeah, they used to
they
bail
think,
out. Motherfuckers will bail out all the time. Yo, I was supposed to do the deer pile. Here's a fucked up story about the deer pile.
Okay.
I was booked.
Let's
I mean,
end
I'm
on this
talking
because
2
we
weeks
got
in
like
advance. I had talked
5
to Lon.
minutes.
Okay. So, I'll end it with this story.
Perfect.
I wanted to perform at the deer pile really bad because I respect.
All right. Thanks for that story. We got to get going
Perfect.
here.
All
but,
right,
no.
guys, go to.
Well, you made it harder now, faggots. It's gonna go for 10
Chapel,
minutes now. Instead
Perilous,
of the last 5. Did you guys think we
//
could go as long as we wanted to? Oh, for Vic.
Listen,
If
buddy,
we
I'm
got-
just trying to get you
time
back to this
crunch.
fucking crazy
Time
energy
crunch.
that you operate
Okay,
on.
so I had befriended Nate Lund because, well, I mean,
Yeah, you got
Shakespeare. Weirdly enough, I was reciting Shakespeare at Three Kings one time in a comic club. He was like, "Are you?" And he had to go on his phone to see that I was actually reciting Titus. You know, because I was fucking with him reciting Titus and like Coriolanus.
He's like, "Are you a fucking stupid meth head or?"
No, I mean, like, he was
shit.
like, "You're not."
Or a
That's what
trained
it was. He was
theater
like, wait a minute.
actor.
So you're not just a stupid meth then we start talking more, and I start fucking with like that bit he's got about getting a woman like a horse. Hey, whoa, you're welcome, Nate. I took it back from his ass and have done it a little better, but I have
Okay, I don't know what any of those
but
noises were.
so anyway.
He just makes noises a lot.
Yeah, he's made a series of noises, but they sounded right.
Somebody's gonna be pissed at those noises, but it ain't gonna be us.
I had befriended Nate Lund by going to 3, like being at 3. I was already there before they even had a comedy show. That I was going there all the time. I'm the one who put all the comic books on the fucking wall. Those are my comics.
Some of your paintings are there too.
Yeah,
Aren't they?
yeah, they probably sold them. Right?
At 3 well, it's gone now. R.I.P.
Okay, so Nate was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna fucking put you on the deer pile. All right, 2 weeks. I was like,
Lund?
cool.
Lund said that?
I was like, 2 weeks, cool. And it's him and Sam who really run shit besides Bobby Crane, which was him and then also Chris. Okay, so I don't want to drop. Okay, so I was planning for this, dude. I stole a suit from Target, had my shit ready, dude. I was ready to fucking kill
Target
my fucking,
sells suits? You did not steal a suit from Target, you
I
fucking
stole a fucking
liar.
sweet ass gray fucking blazer. Stop interrupting. So I got some sweet ass duds. I rode out a set. Vic G rode out a set. Prepared for this show. Showed up on the date. Lund was like, oh, was that this week? I'm like, motherfucker, you knew it was this week. What happened? He's like, look, it's like talk to the guy. Fucking Bobby Crane was pissed that I fucking cock-rocked him one time with Aaron Uris when they were walking down the fucking High Plains Comedy.
Cock-rocked him?
Yeah, hit him in the dick because I heard him running his mouth at fucking Rockaway about me one time, and I was like right in the booth behind him when he was fucking running his mouth talking shit, and I was like, I'm gonna check this fool one time. So gave him a little cock slap. Yeah,
what is this fucking small dude hitting big dudes in the dick shit about?
Okay, so
I don't understand that. All right, keep going with the story.
It's an epidemic.
Agreed, and then he bailed out on me. I fucking did it. That big ass electric.
Fuck
box?
coronavirus. What about all these midgets hitting big
that
dudes?
big ass
Nobody's
fucking-
ever hit you in the dick.
that
That's
big
just
ass power
5G
box
towers.
That's right outside the deer pile. That huge power box that's right outside the deer pile. Like that power box that's right there.
Yep.
Okay, so I fucking dented that thing because I was so fucking pissed off. Like, bow, because I was like, dude, you promised me.
Yeah.
Everybody's been fucking me around on these shows, like what was supposed to happen, and now you're gonna fuck me off. So I fucking tripped, dented the shit, started getting fucking. I was hateful for the next 3 weeks towards people I care about. I love Sam, dude. I love Nate Lund, but I felt like I got fucked. And it was over Bobby Crane and me fucking hitting him in the dick. And so because of that, I didn't get to perform at Deer Pile, and after that, I just became fucking more and more resentful. And it was more moments like that that just kept happening.
Resentment.
But you think about how
That's two.
comics.
I got one
behave
more.
a certain
I got one more
way
for Hamill. It's fun.
when it came to me performing, especially the ones hosting their fucking mics, due to the fact that not only were they fucking terrible, they were just lining up the same terrible people every week to go one after another with each other, and then they get annoyed because one guy was different. And my homeboy fucking Zach.
No, it's because you smacked an Asperger's dick. You got to understand. It's not because they knew you were good. This is the thing. You got to understand. It was your karma. You hit this dude in the cock. Sorry.
Bobby already did. He already cut me out of shows. Like that's not the first time Bobby had fucked me out of shows. He got hit in the dick because he was already hateful towards me for no good reason. Because
But you fed into that.
I did. Yes, I am not a good person. I'm getting better.
No. Whatever. It's not.
You know what?
You're
It's
not a
to
good
see you,
person.
Bramo. This was fun. I'm gonna be honest. This was fun, and I'm
Come back anytime. Come back.
Anytime,
Honestly,
dude.
come back
Anytime.
anytime.
you guys.
It was
no
good
light.
to see you.
So we don't have to do this in Corey's fucking living room. If you want to do it over at Vision Comics,
We'll talk about the soft mic. We'll talk about the soft mic.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Let's do it.
Well,
All right.
Chapel Perilous, you guys. Cool show. Fuck you. Cool.